It's day 15. That means we're halfway through your 30-day vocabulary challenge. One video a day, every day for 30 days. You're learning 105 words from the academic word list. Words you'll need to know if you're preparing for the IELTS or TOEFL exam, but also if you read or watch the news in English or have conversation with native speakers. These are intermediate words, very much so a part of everyday conversation. We're going to study them in real situations so your understanding will go beyond simply memorizing a definition. So grab your friends, have them join the challenge, and let's do this. As always, if you like this video or you learned something new, please like and subscribe with notifications. I'd love to have you as my student. During these 30 days, we're learning 105 words together. I do have a download for you, a list of all the words with definitions and sample sentences, as well as quizzes to make sure you're really getting and remembering these words. You can get that download by following this link or the link in the video description. Our first word today is categories. Categories. A four-syllable word with first syllable stress with that a vowel there, ca, cata, categories. Categories. It's a noun, groups of people or things that are similar in some way. Bodybuilders compete in categories according to their weight. Let's look again up close and in slow motion. Categories. 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 And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
Those are the 5 categories that they're looking at.
Categories, types or subgroups. An everyday encounter with categories is types of food. Fruits, vegetables, carbohydrates, proteins, and so on. These are food categories.
Those are the 5 categories that they're looking at.
Here's another example.
The way that we look at it is there's sort of 2 categories of films that we'll be making in the future.
Categories of film. He's talking about 1, blockbusters, when producers have lots of money to spend, and 2, independent films, lower budgets. They tend to be very unique. 2 different groupings.
The way that we look at it is there's sort of 2 categories of films that we'll be making in the future.
Let's see another example.
But they're right here in these 4 categories: solve a problem, getting started, how-to, and troubleshooting.
It sounds like he's talking about a user manual. I recently got a new TV. I love it, but it did come with a really big manual, a big setup book, and there were different categories about the kinds of information, where you would find what type of information.
But they're right here in these 4 categories: solve a problem, getting started, how-to, and troubleshooting.
Let's look at another example.
So we've created new categories.
Did your school give away awards to students? I remember a few of the categories: Science Star, Spelling Champ, and so on.
So we've created new categories.
Our last example.
So I created an easy diagram that separates these guys into 5 different analysis categories.
Analysis categories. Her graph shows data on bees. It compares size to how far they can fly before needing food. Grouping based on size.
So I created an easy diagram that separates these guys into 5 different analysis categories.
Our next word is one you're likely really comfortable with, but let's make sure you're also comfortable with the pronunciation. It's computer. Computer. Your first syllable should be very short. It should feel like there's no vowel there. Computer. Pewter. It's a flap T. Your tongue just does one quick flap against the roof of the mouth. Computer. Computer. Now for that ending, schwa R ending, You don't need a whole lot of lip rounding, a whole lot of lip flaring. The lips are more relaxed when the R is at the end, but the tip still does need to pull back a little bit so it's not touching anything. Computer. It's a noun, an electronic machine that can store and work with large amounts of information. He works all day on a computer. Let's look again up close and in slow motion.
Computer. 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 Computer.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
Computer-generated movies are really mainstream today.
Computer-generated is a compound adjective. Somebody used software on a computer to animate characters or a scene in a movie. In my early childhood, computer-generated images were not the norm in movies. Now they're mainstream. We see them all the time. We expect them.
Computer-generated movies are really mainstream today.
Here's another example.
I had no phone, no computer.
Do you hear the rising intonation at the end of phone and computer? This tells the listener that she has more to say. She isn't finished speaking yet.
I had no phone, no computer.
Let's see another example.
Turn off your phone, turn off your computer, and listen to your true heart.
These days, that's easier said than done. I do find that it's easier for me to make big, important decisions by taking some time to be still and quiet, no technology, just spending some time asking myself what I really want.
Turn off your phone, turn off your computer, and listen to your true heart.
Let's look at another example.
Moore's law says that computer power doubles every 18 months.
Moore's law is a way to predict or anticipate the development of technology. It looks at historical trends, what's been happening in past years with technology growth. Then it takes that information and makes guesses about where technology will be in the future.
Moore's law says that computer power doubles every 18 months.
Our last example.
I had some computer science colleagues who were working on it.
Computer science. Here, computer is also an adjective. Did you know I studied this in college? It was my major, and I absolutely loved computer programming.
I had some computer science colleagues who were working on it.
Our next word is regulation.
Regulation.
It's a 4-syllable stress with stress on the 3rd syllable that begins with a light L. Regulation. Regulation. It's a noun, an official rule or law that says how something should be done. The city has regulations on how to get rid of waste. It also means the act of setting or adjusting the amount of something. The regulation of the temperature of the whole building is done with this thermostat. As an adjective, it means in agreement with official rules. Students must wear regulation uniforms. Let's look again up close and in slow motion.
Regulation. 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 Regulation.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
Regulation that it tells us how we buy things in federal government.
Regulation, rules, instructions. They tell us what we can and can't do. They tell us how to do it. Of course, there are many regulations about how the U.S. government can or can't spend its own money.
Regulation that it tells us how we buy things in federal government.
Here's another example.
Our minds are muscles that also require exercise and regulation.
Regulation here means to set or adjust the level or amount of something. If I'm feeling very stressed, I can regulate. There I'm using it as a verb, or calm my mind by doing yoga, meditating, exercise, or talking with a close friend. Our minds also require regulation, resetting to our optimal level of calm.
Our minds are muscles that also require exercise and regulation.
Let's see another example.
It's really more about blood sugar regulation at that point.
Blood sugar regulation. This is something that diabetics really need to know a lot about and keep an eye on. Adjusting the blood sugar level, making sure it's in a safe range. Range, hey, we studied that on day 12.
It's really more about blood sugar regulation at that point.
Let's look at another example.
Of course, there's going to be quality regulation.
Quality regulation. There are people and rules keeping quality in check, making sure certain quality standards are met. This is important when it comes to food and medicine, and that's the work of the Food and Drug Administration in the U.S.
Of course, there's going to be quality regulation.
Our last example.
And he primarily works on emotion
regulation.
Emotion regulation. This is how we deal with our feelings. What habits or practices do we use to help us deal with our negative or positive feelings if an emotion gets too big or overwhelming? How do we adjust that to better deal with it?
And he primarily works on emotion regulation.
Our last word today is affect.
Effect.
Second syllable stress, just the schwa in the first syllable. Affect. It's a verb and it means to produce change in something. His decision affects the lives of millions of people. The change can be on someone's body or mind, to move the feelings of. Hearing opera live for the first time really affected me. But it's also a noun, and there it has a different pronunciation. There it's first syllable stress, affect. Affect, affect. As a noun, it means a feeling or emotion. He responded to the bad news with a flat affect. That means not much feeling or emotion. Let's watch again up close and in slow motion. Here you'll see the more common form, the verb, with second syllable stress.
Effect. 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 Effect.
And now we'll go to Youglish to see 5 examples of this word in context.
Why are some parents foregoing vaccinations, and how will this affect the population in general?
Foregoing vaccinations. That means choosing not to vaccinate. In this case, parents choosing not to vaccinate their children. This might produce a change in the health of the overall population. Affect, produce a change in something.
Why are some parents foregoing vaccinations, and how will this affect the population in general?
Here's another example.
We're trying to affect food, energy, and waste issues.
Affect issues. We're trying to change these issues, trying to improve the problems and make things better.
We're trying to affect food, energy, and waste issues.
Let's see another example.
Money will affect us every single day of our lives until the day that we die.
How does money affect you? What does money cause you to do or not to do? Our need for money is a major reason that we get up, go to work or school every day, and it also influences countless other decisions that we make, big and small.
Money will affect us every single day of our lives until the day that we die.
Let's look at another example.
Because it doesn't just affect them, it affects all of us.
She's talking about human rights. The ways that people treat each other matters. Positive or negative, how a society chooses to treat certain groups of people affects the whole society. Changes is felt by the whole society.
Because it doesn't just affect them, it affects all of us.
Our last example.
That there's something happening in our community that we can affect change in.
We can affect change. We can cause change. We can produce different outcomes.
That there's something happening in our community that we can affect change in.
Seeing the real life examples can really help you understand how to use these words, can't it? I have a challenge for you now. Make up a sentence with one of these words, make a video of yourself saying it, and post it to social media. Tag me and use the hashtag Rachel's English 30-Day Challenge. Don't be shy, you can do this. Our next video comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Philadelphia time. Come back to learn 4 more vocabulary words. In the meantime, keep your studies going with this video and check out my online courses at Rachel's English Academy. You'll become a more confident English speaker. And please do remember to subscribe. I love being your teacher. That's it, and thanks so much for using Rachel's English.